Shark Attacks, written in 2013, that a person is 75 times more likely to be hit by a lightning bolt and to die than to die from a shark attack. Here are some of the things you are more likely to die from than to die from a shark attack. Some things include bathtubs and fireworks. So why is it then that so many people have a fear of sharks? One of the reasons is because of so many different movie portrayals of a violent shark. I know that my personal fear came after I watched the movie Soul Surfer. I was really afraid of sharks for a long time, and I couldn't go to the beach or go swimming. This was really annoying because my family at the time was always at the beach swimming and learning how to surf. So what I did to get over my fear of sharks was learn about them. This gave me peace of mind knowing what to do in the situation. So I'm going to spend some time talking about that. Whether or not you do or don't have a fear of sharks, this is important because the mass extinctions of sharks is occurring right now, and it is on all of us to educate ourselves so that we don't have a negative stigma towards sharks. I'm going to give you guys some specific backgrounds on the different types of sharks and their hunting habits, as well as the shark and human interactions that occur. Firstly, what I find most interesting about sharks is how many different types of species there are. Sharks have been on this earth for over 400 million years. One of the reasons is because they are so good at adapting to different environments, and this has led to many different varieties. Jennifer Usher reports in the 2002 article, Who's Who of Sharks, that there are 400 different types of species. You can tell a different species based on their fin, spine, snout, and body type. The differences can be seen in the different environments that they swim in, including the depths of ocean that they swim in, the saltwater levels they swim in, and the different temperatures they swim in. Now, because there's so many different types of sharks, I'm going to have to make some generalizations when I talk about their different hunting habits. So sharks typically hunt at night, and they hunt alone because they don't need the type of protection that other animals who hunt in a pack may need. An exception to this rule would be the hammerhead shark, who does hunt in schools. But because most like to travel alone, they swim deep in the ocean for protection, as well as camouflage. Sharks only hunt about twice a week because they need to conserve their energy, and hunting takes a lot of work for them. Sharks also are capable of memorizing their prey's migration, and that's one of the reasons that they will travel very far distances. In 1950, Donald Kaufman reports in the article Notes on the Biology of the Tiger Shark from Philippine Waters, after he dissected many tiger sharks, he found in their stomachs that there is a variety of different animals that they will eat. This includes turtles, sea snakes, eels, fish, and squid. So now that you know some things that sharks do hunt, let's talk about something they don't hunt, which is us, humans. They don't hunt us. Sharks killing humans is a very rare occurrence, and it's only notable because all these different types of movies is probably something you think about when you think of sharks. But because it is so widespread, I'm going to talk about how it could happen and what to do if that situation ever were to occur. To put some statistics behind my claims, in 2018, National Geographic reported in the Facts About Shark Attacks that there is an average of 5 deaths by shark attack a year. That's not that many considering hundreds of millions of people swim in the ocean a year. Earlier I said there were upwards of 400 different shark species, but there are only 3 main ones that perpetrate these attacks on people. That would be the white shark, the tiger shark, and the bull shark. The white shark and the tiger shark are really big, so they typically hunt seals and dolphins. But the bull shark is just a lot smaller, but it hunts because it likes to swim in shallow water where humans swim. Attacks typically occur less than 100 feet from the shore and in popular beaches in North America. These are the ones that are most popular, specifically Florida and Hawaii. Other countries that experience a lot of shark attacks are Australia and South Africa. So I'm going to tell you some things to do to avoid being attacked by a shark. One is to not wear shiny jewelry because it looks like fish scales to a shark. 2 is to not go in the water if you're bleeding because sharks can smell blood and it will cause them to attack. 3 is to not swim alone because sharks are less likely to attack you if you're in a group. And 4 is to avoid brightly colored clothing because sharks can see contrast really well. So if you ever do encounter a shark, which is really unlikely like I said before, but if you do, what you're going to want to do is swim away slowly. If the shark is bumping you, circling you, or seems like it's going to attack you, what you want to do is hit it in these areas. This is the gills, the snout, and the eyes, because those are the most sensitive parts of a shark. If you are bitten, what you're going to want to do is control the bleeding as soon as possible so that other animals and other sharks don't smell your blood and come bite you. And another thing to do is to swim to shore as soon as possible and go to the hospital. Those are some preventative and active things you can do if you ever encounter a shark. Hopefully that gives you some peace of mind and control over the situation if it ever were to occur. Although this all may sound really intimidating, I want to get back to what I was talking about earlier and shift the topic, not to what sharks do to humans, but what humans do to sharks. In 2010, Krista Ma described in the article Shark Fin Soup and the Conservation Challenge that about 70 million sharks die a year because of the humans fishing industry. This proves that humans really shouldn't be afraid of sharks. We're clearly the ones killing them, not being killed by them. But despite all of this, people are still really afraid of sharks. And Jessica Myrick has an interesting perspective. In a 2015 article, Do PSAs Take a Bite Out of Shark Week? She explains that people are more likely to be afraid of sharks after Shark Week, despite it providing really accurate information and statistics about shark attack killings. And she says the reason for this is because humans can see like the violence that a shark does, and they're more likely to remember that violence than they are other facts. So now that you can know that, you can think about all the different movies you see about violent sharks and the link to humans being afraid of them. Now that you know some things about humans' impacts on sharks, we shouldn't be scared for ourselves, we should be scared for their extinction. I want to review one more time. Sharks are a very, very rare occurrence, and they're not worth being afraid of. I hope that the knowledge of their habits and how to prevent and manage an attack will make you feel more comfortable in the situation if ever were to occur, and replace your fear of sharks with a more thoughtful understanding of them. Sharks need more advocates because they are going extinct, and I hope that everybody from here moves on to educate somebody else and spread awareness. Thank you.